Now, when I said that they removed my QA tester flare, I was actually wrong. It's actually here. So it turns out there is a new title section in the tags section of the store, where if you scroll down, you can see all of the titles that you have and all the ones that are actually coloured. And as you can see, QA tester is now coloured orange, and I can equip that. And as you can see here, my flare is back. I still get the verified tag next to my QA tester flare. Very cool. Now, this does imply that there's going to be a load of other flares for the exclusive roles in the Tower Defense Simulator group. Luckily, I'm in a unique position where I can actually test out the content creator flare and the QA tester flare. So I should stop using flares. It's now renamed to title, so the QA tester title. Okay, so they have not... I've lost my content creator flare by default here, but if I go to items and then go to, say, here... Oh yes, content creator. Yes, it's here. It's red. Okay, very cool. You get the verified tick next to content creator. Okay, that's cool. That's interesting. Bolder than before, so people know that you are a content creator. But I guess it can be lost within the random titles that other people can have, which cool, I guess. Now, it would be interesting to see the other name tags here. So the contributor, QA tag. So the verified, there's a verified tag. I wonder if you get... I am verified on Roblox. Right, okay, so I am verified on Roblox. Does the tag still exist? Or does the title still exist? I don't think it does, because my account doesn't have the verified tag. Does it? No. Okay. So it does look like they removed the verified title / flare. But as for contributor, moderator, administrator, community manager, developer, and owner, we'll have to see what colors they are. Okay, so as it turns out, the moderator and contributor flares or titles, they're actually now orange, as well as the QA test. The content creator is just red. Verified has been removed. Administrator, I assume, is still orange, but the community manager, developer, and owner titles, I think they are now blue. But yeah, still unknown how you get the cure. The developers haven't confirmed it. I don't know if they've not said anything on Discord about how you get these. So either they are developer exclusive, which I don't think they are, or they're currently hidden, and the requirements to get the achievement for these are currently hidden. So we'll have to wait and see. Oh, and also, I guess it's an easy way to unequip and equip the flares, because you just do that, and it's equipped, and then if you unequip, yeah, it's gone. Very cool. So I guess this setting where you can display your group rank status, it's a bit not really useful anymore, but it would be useful to disable it for other people, basically. And as you can see here, the moderator flare, it's orange with the moderator banhammer next to it. Very cool indeed. Also, I just realized the rewards is a returning feature. So this was the previous rewards, but that was linked to badges. These rewards, they're linked to achievements. So yeah, turns out they didn't fully scrap the idea. It's just that they converted over into achievements instead of being badge related, which I think is better, really, because if it was badge related, then you're gonna have to switch out badge IDs and stuff like that, and you have to create badges on the Roblox store, which might leak some stuff, and the developers are like, nah, gee, we can't be bothered with that. So yeah, rewards are back. Very cool. Is it me or are the breakers smaller? Huh. They seem smaller, the breaker 4s. I don't know if that's just me. Now I wonder, do you still get the brute badge reward? Yeah, you do still get the defeated brute badge. Okay, cool. And if you go to rewards and go to claim, yep, very cool. Yes, okay. Yeah, so the achievement system works as intended. Can confirm. Very cool. Now for the other stuff that the developers have forgot to mention, or, well, they have mentioned, but I'm going to include some other stuff that they forgot to mention. So, firstly, remember the Lovestruck crate? Well, it turns out the developers have, quote, removed it from the section here, where it should be. It should be around here-ish. However, they said it's a glitch and it's not actually been removed. It's just that its data point has been removed from the inventory. Now, I believe that because in the past there's been other stuff, including the poisoned emote, which used to exist. Then when it was re-added back, people who had the poison emote bought it in like 2019 or 2020, got it, and they could use it until it was removed again and disabled. So developers just need to enable the Lovestruck crate again, and people would be able to buy or open it if they still have it, but you can't buy it anymore. But it's really odd that they've removed it. And now the developers have said that they would re-add it in a future update. However, that future update could be, I don't know, December, because they still haven't done it yet. Next, apparently they've changed it. So the Maid's Commander bow was incorrectly wielded previously. So as you can see here, the bow on the neck of the Maid Commander, it's correctly wielded here. However, here, it looks like it seems fine, that it's welded correctly. I don't know if it's this tie or something. I don't know. I don't know if the bows were actually incorrectly welded, or if it was incorrectly welded to like the wrong part, like the legs instead of the torso, but it seems like it's fine. They also fixed the Lovestruck Brawler's max boots being visible on upgrade 0. As you can see here, they fixed it and it's now lower than before. I see it's lower than before. I guess that is a fix to account for the fact that it does gain a bit of height with its high boot heels. Right, so placing down the commander with the made stuff. Okay, so the tie here seems fine, Oh, that doesn't seem... Okay, well, that is, it's welded incorrect. Is it welded incorrectly, or is it just weirdly hit because of the skirt? Okay. Wait, what? It loses the... Whoa! Developers, right? You just created a... You created a Jesus-made commander. Whoa, okay. Now, does its attack still work? So if I press C, right? It looks like it still works. Oh, the bolt. It probably may be the bow tie on the back that's broken. So, you know, I'll just believe the commander and say that the bow tie is correctly welded. Because it doesn't look like it's broken. Meanwhile, the boots for the Lovestruck Brawler, yes, they have fixed it. So it no longer looks like it goes into the ground. And it does get the extra high heel boots at level 5. Apparently this wasn't actually even made this update. It was made in the previous update, according to Mentin, so that's fair enough. Right, next there was an issue, a selection issue, with the plushie minigunner. I'll be 100% honest with you, I don't know what this selection issue with the plushie minigunner is. Maybe you couldn't place it down, I don't know, but I could place it down previously, so I don't know what's changed there. Meanwhile, that same issue also affected the Cookie Scout. Again, I don't know, I didn't have a selection issue with the Cookie Scout. I see no bug issues with the plushie minigunner here as well. So I don't know what could have been bugs with these skins. Now, apparently they also fixed an issue where the Steampunk Rocketeer had Z-frame fighting on top of its hair, or in its hair, at the max level upgrade, I think. Well, I think they used to have grey hair, but it's been changed over now, so it doesn't have Z-frame fighting issues anymore. Very cool. However, apparently there's a glitch. This was actually not a glitch in this update, but a glitch from the 1st of March. Okay, so Black Ops Ranger, upgrade. Yeah, so as you can see here, this orange part, it's well, it's incorrectly placed, and the Ein sign on its shoulder blade, that's also incorrectly placed. So apparently, well, obviously, it's scaled incorrectly. This, I think, is meant to be a watch. Actually, it is meant to be a watch. You can see here. It's just that, well, it's scaled up quite badly, as well as the Ein sign on the shoulder of the Black Ops Ranger. This was a glitch. Oh, on the other side as well. So this was a glitch that was first reported on the 2nd of March. So it's not this update, but it's very weird that this has happened. Okay, yeah, very cool, I guess. I don't know. It looks like a giant now, even though it's not a giant. Oh, and as it turns out, the quests were actually removed correctly on Tuesday at 1900 my time. But they did it in a crude way, so they removed it, but the quest was still active, if you know what I mean. It's like the fireworks technician. So when you try to accept another quest, you couldn't do it because you already technically had an active quest. It was just removed from the game's code. However, the problem was that you can't select another quest, therefore you are soft-locked. And the problem is, you can't unsoft-lock yourself because you can't cancel or abandon the contract. Yes, the developer said there was like a time limit for you to complete it, but that meant that if you had the Electroshocker Warden quest, you can't, and you didn't complete it by 1900 on the 24th of March, you cannot do another mission quest. So you're basically softlocked when in terms of like mission quests, like Fallen Skins, you can't get them. Now obviously this doesn't just apply to the Korblox Electroshocker, it also applies to the Korblox Warden, but most people had the Korblox Warden from last year, so it's mostly the Korblox Electroshocker which people are complaining about. Plus, I think there was like some element of beating the hunt event, and that also like ended at the same time in impossible mode. So that's why a lot of people put off from doing it. But yeah. Also, developers said that they fixed in this update. What is it? The Korblox Electroshocker being unavailable for a short period of time. What? That's not an update that was made here. That was an update probably made last week or when the Electroshocker was actually made. Like, I don't know what that refers to because you can't get the quest anymore, and if you don't have the Korblox Electroshocker, you can't get it anymore, and if you have the Korblox Electroshocker, you can still use it. So as it actually turns out, there is a hidden one. There is at least one hidden achievement seen here. Awakened, complete the Fallen Hidden Wave, so obviously complete the Hidden Wave on Fallen mode. It gives you 2,000 coins, 150 gems, 1 high grade crate. You can't have claimed the badge. It has to be done after this update, basically. However, people have tried to claim a reward from this. However, you don't get anything. It says you can't get this title. You don't own this title. basically saying that this reward is glitched. Now, it may be because this title for this, The Awakened, isn't actually a title. It is called, I think, The Glitch. I think The Glitch is what you get for the Fallen Hidden Wave. But as of right now, you can't actually claim this. So that's really weird. But I assume developers would fix this later on. Yeah, those are all of the stuff that I think have been made. Some of the shadow updates. I'm sure Menzin will probably update me on more stuff that's been updated.